What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Women win when men lead with their wallets. Women win. Yeah. About to get into gonna mess up some heads today. Oh, before I get started, for those who've been watching Physical 100, shit, that's an inspirational show. Only got one word to say: Thanos. Oh, shit. God damn. Yeah, man. So I've only watched up to episode 6, so don't give me any spoilers if you watch episode 7, and the final 2 episodes be next week. I'm rooting for Thanos. That motherfucker Diesel is a motherfucker. Shit. Shit. Everybody think Koreans some tiny motherfuckers. They ain't seen Thanos. So anyway, right? Yeah. Wait a minute, hold on. Anyway, right? Women actually win when men lead with their wallets. You know what? I saw one of those shorts, right? And this woman was talking about how women, they playing men because they know they can. And the main reason is many men leading with their wallets. Hell, men argue with me. You can tell them, hey, you can get sex in women without spending a dime. And they'll argue with you. You say, you spending something. So a lot of men, of course, are really, they either programmed or they just think however they got their way. They think, okay, you got to spend money. Even somebody listening, well, you got to spend money. But women win with that. Women actually win with that. And this is something I've been talking about, for decades, really. I've been talking about this for decades. Because, see, here's the thing. When you're leading with your wallet, you basically just handing women a choice of what she want to do. And usually, what you really leading with your wallet for? You trying to buy the pussy. Let's just be real. When a man spend, and I've told women this, you spend you spend money on that big fancy date, going to that fancy restaurant, maybe going to that play, you spending all that money or trying to make all that money and using it on women. It ain't so much your trick, but you trying to get something from her. She decide the price, which she probably ain't going to share with you. She ain't going to tell you what the price is. She is not going to tell you what the price is. She going to let you spend all your money and then be like, we can just be friends. Or even if she give you some, she might just give you some as a reward or just a little bit. She give you some starfish sex just to keep you around. But a lot of women ain't even doing that. In fact, you got some women out here, what are they? They be going on foodie calls and whatnot. They purposely knowing they can get a bunch of guys and who gonna buy them food every night. Be going on several dates and stuff. And of course, the slicker ones, they get a doggy bag for the man that they giving it to for free. But they actually win. And think about it. You hand in the wallet, she can decide what she want to do. She got the choice. She got the power there. Yeah, we can do that pimp thing and talk about women choose the men, but that's ultimately choose who they want to sleep with. But even when you trying to convince her with that money and everything, she can decide where she want to put it. She might just share. And the slicker women, the women players and stuff, they can just say, oh, okay. They might even have you in their phone as ATM. They might even have you in their phone as ATM or something that relates to money. And that's the amazing thing, right? That's the amazing thing, how so many men get caught up into that shit and thinking they doing something and fight you. Now, somebody like me come along and say, well, you can get with that woman otherwise. You don't have to spend money. If she like you, she like you. Fight me. Argue with me. Think men who speak the way I do got serious problems. I've seen him get in other guys' comments and stuff and say, nah, you gotta spend that money. You gotta spend that money. But if you got that mindset, she automatically win. Because you know what I found with a lot of those same men? Those be the men complaining about women. But here's the thing. You complaining, but you leading with your wallet. Because even some women who would normally get with a guy, you know, just simply because they just like him. They've even said, well, if a guy going to spend his money, I'm going to take it. Oh, man. I remember I did this live panel, back in the late 90s. And a woman got up, she stood up, pointed at me and said, y'all act like we just going to take y'all money. You know, you act like y'all can just spend money and get us. And I'd be like, y'all be taking it. And several of the women, including some women on the panel, said, oh yeah, we went out with the guy just because he was spending a lot of money. But they win. See, that's the bottom line. You're giving the power to the women. And she actually get a 2-for-1. Because say she really does just want sex. You spending money on her that she ain't really asked for, she ain't really need. She taking her money and she getting a D. She getting a 2-for-1. I told a woman that too. I say, hold up, you get a 2-for-1 though. She said she told me, she was like, yeah, I get offended if a man don't want to spend money. But I say, hold up, you getting a 2-for-1 though. You getting a 2-for-1. You getting a D if you want it and the money. They winning on that shit. But like I said, you get a bunch of guys, they gonna sit around and be mad. They get mad and stuff. Or be talking about women this and women that. But you lead with your wallet. And you, like I said, I saw that short the woman was saying, oh yeah, women know that shit be playing them. In fact, how many women you got coaches and stuff telling them just to go straight for the money? It ain't hard for them. You can't really stop that. You can get mad at the woman for being open about that shit. But shit, you're going to get some guys, they're going to do it anyway. You're making it easy for them. See, my mindset is like, look, let me be clear. Because I know somebody called me cheap or say I don't have money. Yeah, if the woman showed that she's been good, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem going on a date after we've had sex. Or like a serious date. I might, if we meeting or something for some coffee or something, I might get her some coffee. But I ain't spending a lot of money. And a lot of guys like that. The woman got to show something. And even then, it got to be someplace I want to go. Trust me on that. In fact, usually I get at least a kiss or something. Shit. But some guys are thinking, I'm just going to spend this money. And I'm like, bruh, why? You giving her the power. Because, see, here's the thing. And let me emphasize this again. She done decided on a price. She hasn't told you the price. She might be like, well, I give him a kiss if he spend $1,000. I might rub his dick if he spend $2,000. I'll lay there for about $5,000. Shit. In fact, I remember this one dude who was a pimp. And he was telling, rest his soul, but he was saying how he would tell his women how to get money out of a guy. Things they could do. Seriously. Some of these women be marrying a guy. Get some guy, act all innocent and all of that. But they still winning. And shit. Look, if you want power, see, it's funny. People talk trash about the pimps, but they'll keep their wallet. They'll tell you keep your wallet in your pocket. Keep your dick in your pants too. Don't hand women anything. Don't hand them. And that's a whole other video, keeping your dick in your pants and shit. Because women want either one. No, you got to make them, okay, what are you bringing to the table? And I know women hate that shit. But see, here's the funny thing. They can hate when a man say that shit. And they can even jump on somebody like me. It's like, man, you making these men think that. No, they ain't. A lot of men ain't listening. A lot of men going to lead with their wallets. And women who want money out of a man, they know they can always get there. In fact, they can get a 2-for-1. What they call a dual mating strategy. A lot of women will do that. They'll get that money man. They'll get that money man and then get the guy. They'll get the money man, then the guy they actually want to be with. Old game. Old game. See, understand something. Don't think for a second women don't have their game. Don't think for a second. Anybody who say that, I say, you ain't dealt with enough women. Like I always say, a woman figured out, like from the time she was a baby, she figured she cried a certain way. This big guy that she might call daddy or man or whatever, gonna come a running. Shoot, oh, they figured out something. They figured out, hey, if they wear a sweater a little like too small that like highlights their breastises, or some tight jeans, a man gonna do something. He gonna pay something. Shit. And they figure that shit out young. Cause you got some. Cause let's be real. Let's be real. Cause I never forget what this teacher I knew at the one of the gyms I worked at. I remember what he was saying. He was saying, yeah, you got these teenage girls. They got these guys in their 20s picking them up. Shoot, they figure that shit out then. They figure out, hey, let's get the car. Let's get the guy with the car. Or get something. They figured it out. And men handing them the shit. That's how a lot of guys getting played. Seriously. Because anytime guys see, even in mainstream discussions, guys thinking, okay, money. But, you know, tell you what. That's what's hurting a lot of guys. It was like, shit, they winning. And the guys ain't figured out what to do. It's like, look, fellas, keep your wallet in the pocket. Just talk to the woman. Talk to her. See where it is at. See if she really wants you. If she really wants you, money don't become involved. Money don't get in there unless y'all talking getting married. And even then, y'all getting married, you ain't giving it to her. You buying a house for y'all. See, even when she spend money, it's more for y'all. But let's be real. A lot of guys, they spending money doing all this stuff. And it really ain't for y'all. It's for her. There's a lot of women doing that shit, even some innocent ones. I remember a situation with this one dude. He was with this real pretty woman, but she fucked his head over. You know? Because they know that shit. They know how to get that shit. Because there's always going to be some guys who going to insist on paying. Even now. Shoot, in fact, if you talk to old school pimps, they used to call marriages trick marriages. They saw marriage as something for tricks. You know? Because they understood a lot of women. There's a lot of women who will get a guy like that because they know you're going to spend the money, but I would suggest that man double back home. Shoot. In fact, there's been some talk about mandatory paternity testing and some women getting upset over that concept. I guess so. Shit. I guess the fuck so. And let me go on record. I'm totally for mandatory paternity tests. I'm totally for it. It should be. You'll stop a lot of shit. But see, when you leading with your wallet, that's what you giving the women. You handing her the victory. She decides, look, you handing it for the pussy. You think you going to influence her. No, she decided how much. And shoot, she'll see how much you'll spend on her and whatnot. Now, this ain't saying, let me be clear, because every time I do talk about this, I got to be clear. This ain't saying don't make money. Shit, you should make as much as you possible. I got a money channel telling you how to make money. You just don't lead with it. And leading with it ain't so much you literally have your wallet in your pocket. Leading with it is trying to tell a woman how much you make it, where you work, and all of that. You know, how much money you make it. It's like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm making 6 figures. You telling some woman you ain't had sex with, ain't kissed, barely know how much you make. Or if it's a conversation, and you leading with, she ain't even asking and shit. You know, it's something different if she asks what you do for a living. She asks how much money you make. You should really know then. But You should really know then, right? But if you you up there, you leading with it. If you trying to tell her, you trying to impress her, I remember I was at this relationship conference. I ain't mentioned them the other day. That same conference where I had like that former jailbird PhD and another team, like basically making me defend what I was talking about in my book, Nice Guys and Players. There was a guy, and I ain't seen him on TV a couple times, and he was walking around all loud, like, yeah, I'm supposed to be on this show. I was like, man, dude, really? I was getting more attention than him, and I wasn't saying shit. Because, in fact, I was pissed off after that PhD thing. So all I did, the second day was just sell my books. I ain't participate in shit because I was pissed off. So I was like, fuck it. And I had a bunch of women coming to talk to me. I was married at the time, though. But still, I wasn't offering really shit. Everybody trying to say I'm this, I'm that. I'm just sitting there with some books. Yeah. See, a lot of guys, they trying to impress the women with that shit. That shit don't impress women. Shit, you can be a broke motherfucker with a good print. That'll impress them more if you're gonna be real. Or what you wearing, or if a woman trying to look at you and she's saying, or she making a judgment about you based on how much money you think, you automatically know, don't fuck with her. Because a woman like that, because you can change, like, okay, like you got some of those balloon pop things. That's been a big thing going around, and some women making a judgment based on how the man's dressed. But that's just one time. He can change his clothes. Shit. I don't even know why a woman would do that. That's stupid as shit. That is stupid as shit. I'll tell a group of women that shit. That's stupid. You don't know what the motherfucker's really about. Damn, all times I drove past, they never knows that building until it's like closed down. Shit. I wonder what it is. Anyway, right? If a woman trying to judge you on your clothes, that's stupid on their part, really. Reason why? Because you can be first of all, a lot of these millionaires and billionaires, they wear clothes that look plain. But then you find out they like the best made and best quality. The most expensive stuff don't have labels on it. The most expensive stuff. So if a woman's that dumb, she deserves to lose. But you get some guys, they'll walk around in like the more expensive stuff and make sure the women know about it. And what they doing? They advertising. And the woman, all she gotta do is just decide, okay, how much money I'm gonna get out of here? Where I'm gonna eat at? What I'm going to do? Oh, yeah, I need my rent paid. Oh, you got a lot of women out there. Shout out Pimp God. He called them acceptable hoes. But I'll use the term acculturated prostitute. Got a lot of them. And they winning. But guys handing them the wallet, handing them the shit. Because they leading with it. First conversation. The woman ain't even asked. Guys saying, well, I do this, I'm this or that, thinking they're going to impress the woman. Nah, you only impressing a gold digger. And hell, gold diggers, shit, depending on what you're doing, shit, they can figure it out. Shit, I remember I was watching this show, P Valley, about a strip club in Mississippi. And this woman was telling another one, like, nah, don't go for him, look how he dressed and everything. Shit, you get some women, they can though. They can, even though it's stupid. But you get some who really good at it, they can still tell something. But they easily fooled though, if you really know how to do it. But yeah, guys gotta stop doing that shit if they complaining. All these guys are thinking, oh, okay, just take money. Okay, well, you giving power to the woman. Yeah, you want to pay for the pussy, but she put a price on it, probably ain't told you. I'm going to reiterate that. I'm always reiterate that. When you talk to a woman, keep your wallet in the pocket. Shit, I would debate anybody who want to talk about that shit. Because all they saying is, seriously, I will. Because all they saying is that they on some trick shit. That's all they saying. And that's, hey, look, you want to do that. See, if you're dealing with a woman, she need to see who you are as a person. She need to see who you are. I'm looking at this car here. It look like he pressed it. Well, she pressed to get someplace. Anyway, right? That's the thing, though. When you're dealing with a woman, she needs to see who you are. And you need to trust her. Because, see, a woman who's looking at you just as an ATM, a woman who's looking at you just for your money or your status or something like that, you know, that's artificial. And so you can't trust that woman. That woman ain't loyal. As men, we looking for loyalty. That woman ain't loyal. She going to the highest bidder. And then if you go through a situation where, you know, maybe the money ain't flowing or something, is she gonna stick with you? You gotta know that. What if you have a business and you go through a bad business time? You know? Or what if you're making a lot of money but you lose the job? I want y'all to think about that shit. You could lose the job. Then what? Then what? You know, shit happens. You want that woman gonna stick with you through thick and thin. But stick with you. Because a woman, like if a woman, if she get emotionally attached to you or something, that's different. And that's the one who you can take. You should take her. I mean, you should. If you got money, take her to a fancy place, and she has shown that she's worth it. And like you've gotten to know her. Y'all really into each other. I mean, get to know each other on an emotional level, spiritual level. She's shown that she would go out her way to get your back. You know, you reward her. In fact, you surprised she might not even want to go to that fancy restaurant. But you know what? Say, baby, I'm going to take you here. You're going to make sure you're going to take care of her. But not some woman that she don't know you from Jack and she wants you to spend all this money and shit. You automatically lose. Now, you want that woman going to be with you through thick and thin. That woman going to be with you. You ain't spending no money. She just want to spend time with you. And like I said, if y'all go to a fancy restaurant or something, it's only because you want, you know what, not even so much reward her. Reward yourselves. Have a good time. You know? Now, I know some people still going to fight against it. Go ahead. Well, don't say I didn't tell you. Because I'm going to stick with whatever I'm saying. I'm going to stick with, like I said, I'll have it. Look, I'll go on national TV. I'll go on like one of these major cable networks and say all this. Do my shit. I'm going to go and do what I do. Is that my buddy? Yeah, let me go ahead and get this shit. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got for now, y'all. And get back with y'all. Get back with y'all later. Peace. Wait a minute, turn that off first. Okay, now. Peace.